How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have an interesting challenge for us. I found this GT2 RS MR package car that we're gonna take on the Nordschleife using none other than Spark Virtual Racing's S600 simulator, one of the best motion sims you can get on the market right now. But let's see how fast we can get this car to go around the Nordschleife. I want to try to get that 6-minute 40-second lap time that the factory did, but I doubt we will get there. I bet we'll be like 10 seconds off. Let's see how this goes. So we're coming down Donninger Hoe, flying, absolutely flying into the first couple corners to start this flying lap, braking light down to the chicane. Make sure you mount that curb, track out nicely, touch the curb on the left, get as close to this wall as you possibly can and track out nicely. Over the line, starting the lap, going down into turn 1, braking hard. Make sure you get as close to that curb as possible, but not hit it. Don't hit the curbs. The curbs will throw you off the course if you're not careful. This section here is absolutely nuts in this car because how much downforce it has for a road car. The car just sticks like glue and the tires really work for it. The suspension's very nice and compliant. Hit that curb on the right. I got a little too much curb on that right and it really threw me off and got me a bit sideways through that left-hander. But we hammered down and got through it. On this straight, the car is absolutely nuts. You're getting up into 6th gear almost before that crest, and then you hit the first apex, hit the second apex, and go into the fastest section of this track, which is an absolutely absurd section because you're getting almost up to 200. This car will hit 185 before the left-hand sweeper. You have to tap the brakes, get that front end planted, and turn in. You're in 5th gear at 155 through that left-hand sweeper. It's absurd in this car. For road car, this thing is bonkers. Going down through Foxhole, this car is twitchy. The GT2, the suspension's not perfect in this game for what it is, and it gets very twitchy at the bottom of Foxhole, but you have to catch it and you have to hit the curb on the left at the top. You have to make sure the car's nice and balanced through the section. Unfortunately, this model does not have the Cup Car suspension of the actual MR package car, so I could not set it up perfectly for my preferences. So I just had to go with it, persevere, and try to get this lap in. Through the section, I was slightly off the apex on the left-hand side. I almost touched the grass, which is a very bad thing on this course. If you touch the grass right there in that section, you're in the wall. I completely botched this right-hand corner. I should have apexed it late, but I completely missed the apex. But if you're gonna miss it, just keep fucking going. Through that left-right and into miss, hit, miss. I mounted the curb on the right, which is not what you're supposed to do, but the car seemed to be fine, so we just kept going through the lap and into this tight hairpin, get that front end to rotate in, and then just launch it out on the exit. This car is very tricky to drive without traction control, so it took a lot of throttle discipline. You can use traction control, but I prefer to not. Going through Adno, exiting, leaving Adno, the car wants to get very sideways up the hill. Every car wants to get sideways up the hill. Nothing accelerates out there except this car. It accelerates everywhere with 700 horsepower. Braking late apexing this right-hand sweeper and getting it going for this uphill sprint to the carousel. This car, we got up to about 160 miles per hour going up this hill, which is absolutely absurd. As you can see on the speedometer, 6th gear, 170 up into here. This is a straight where most cars are a lot slower because it's uphill. In this car, it does not care. It will just keep going at however fast you want to go. It's absolutely insane. And the downforce it has just allows you to carry so much speed through the corners and brake so light for this right-hand hairpin. And then you go up to the carousel, you're above 100 miles per hour entering the braking zone for the carousel. And when you dive in, you're at like 60 miles per hour in this car. It's absurd. And then once you exit, you launch the car out the carousel, get up to 4th gear, into 5th gear, brake, don't drop 2 wheels on the exit like I did, and then bring it back down into 4th gear, go through that left-right, very tricky section if you don't get it right, if you're not on a proper line. Down to 3rd gear for that right-hander, and exit. Just get the car moving. Through this right-hand sweeper, flat out almost, brake for the left-hander, mount the curb on the left, run over the curb on the right, track out to the left, just a little bit of brake for this right-hander, track out all the way to the left on that cobblestone. Braking down to 3rd gear for this left-hander. Hit the first apex, hit the second apex. Brake again for this right-hander. Hit the gas up to 4th gear, use all the track. Back down to 3rd gear, don't touch the curb on the right, track out all the way to curb on the left. Use that curbing to catch the car. Brake, turn in, don't touch the curb on the right, track out, run over the curb on the right. Going down into Flansgar, you're in about your 5th gear going into here, brake off the brakes for the jump, back on the brakes into 4th gear and go. This car is absurdly fast. It's close to a GT3 car around the Nordschleife. Coming up to the Beloff S, this car gets twitchy. It loses so much weight. It does not have downforce of something like a GT3 car. It has a downforce of about a GT3 Cup car. So it is lively at the rear. It's very lively going to this left-hander, and I had to use as much track as I could in order to keep it from going off. The mini carousel, it does not like to bump on the exit, and you have to wait to get back on the throttle, otherwise you will lose it. Heading on a Dottinger Road, this car is so fast for this right-hand sweeper, you actually can't keep it flat. That's how fast it is. Getting on a Dottinger Road, just get a little second to breathe. This car is so quick down the straights that you have to be ready to go under the bridge and turn in for that left-hander. And in most cars, that little left-hander is not a corner. In this car, it's a big corner, because you're doing over 200 miles per hour under the bridge. It is absolutely insane. The car wants to get so sideways through here. As you can see, the car got very, very tail happy through that little compression. Hit the curb on the right, through the chicane, try to get as close to the curb on the left, try not to touch the wall on the right like I did unfortunately, and over the line.
Holy crap.
The lap time in Assetto Corsa was a 6:47.424.
Oh my god.
As you can see, I was absolutely ecstatic to get basically a 6:44 once you account for the difference in the start-finish lines of the actual track. And I was only 4 seconds off the actual factory lap time, which is insane. There's no way I could have done it without a motion sim like the Spark Virtual Racing S600. That simulator just transmits everything you need to know into it. But I was very excited to get that lap time, very happy with that performance. I know I could have shaved off a couple seconds here and there just from stupid mistakes, but that car is so fast. It's so easy to make stupid mistakes. But tell me what you guys think in the comments section below, like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.